yes, everybody in the media is biased because we're people, right? Like, so our experiences inform who we are and what decisions we make. No, we are not artificial intelligence, right? Like, so yes, you see artificial intelligence out there starting to write stories and whatnot, and that is a serious threat to the business. But I think the average person out there can tell if a story's been written by AI or if it's been written by a person. And as such, because we are people, our personal experiences, whether they're our beliefs, our history, people that we know, things that we've done over the course of our lives, inform the decisions that we make. And as a journalist, I've been a journalist for over a decade now. I started at Daily Caller working for Tucker Carlson, then later moved over to Breitbart. I've been at Breitbart for a little over 11 years now. And every story we cover, we're making a decision. Should we cover this? Should we cover that? Should we cover this? And as are people in any other newsroom, right? The New York Times makes similar decisions. The Washington Post makes similar decisions. The difference between a Breitbart and maybe some of those more traditional establishment media outlets is we come right out and tell you what it is that we believe. I mean, you know what you're getting when you're dealing with Breitbart. You know that you're dealing with a conservative media outlet. You know that you're dealing with people that have certain viewpoints on the issues of, say, immigration or trade or any other political matter like that. And I believe that honesty helps us build credibility with our audience. I wish that more other media outlets would be open about those biases. I don't think that they maliciously across the media you have their bias intentionally put into stories, but it's the fact of human nature. Our experiences inform our decision-making process, and sometimes that goes down to which stories we cover, who we interview, who we don't interview, which quotes we use, which quotes we don't use, story selection is probably the biggest place where you see the bias play out. And frankly, some of the biggest storylines over the last decade are the ones where we make our bones, where Breitbart separates ourselves from the rest of the media. Places like the rise of Donald Trump is a really good example of this. A lot of the rest of the media laughed him off. We didn't, and we were right. He won the election in 2016. They were wrong. There are plenty of other smaller examples than that. That's the President of the United States. But I think that across the media, if people were just a little bit more humble and a little bit more open with their audiences about what it is that informs their decision-making process, we'd be in a lot better world.